What are some of the rebuttals that you would face in the field, commonly, facing merchants that are uneducated on POS systems? What are some of the things that you might run into on reasons why a merchant might be reluctant to switch over?
Well, there's a couple ones. The biggest one, they say, there's a quote, I like to keep these quotes: price is only an issue in the absence of value. So people are going to say, well, can you make it cheaper than what I'm paying now for payments, right? Yeah, everything's going to be, I'm paying these guys cheaper. If they don't see any value in what you're selling them and what you're offering them, in terms of the ability to be in control of your cash and your business and little things, as I felt that the POS provides, it's only priced and there's no value. There's no point in talking to a merchant like that. I'm just telling you the truth. There's no point in talking to a merchant that sees no value in being EMV certified, being protected from fraud, right? So there's no value. The other thing is, which I don't really like to, say too much about, because, I mean, it's kind of a very delicate issue, right? When we talk about point of sale and how retailers operate, especially the small guys. What do you guys think it is? What do you think the number one issue? If you're running the store and you have one of those old cash registers on your counter, and you're doing, let's say, 60% of your sales are credit and debit and 40% of your sales are cash, what do you think the issue for that merchant will be?
Switching over to a more electronic system.
You got it. They're going, if I put this thing in there, all those cash sales are going to be recorded somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, no, gee.
They don't want to report.
Right? Now you have to work around that. That's going to be, and I'm going to tell you the single most important secret of selling. You solve that. It doesn't matter about price. They don't care about who the processor is. They won't care. If you can somehow put them at ease about that, you're going to get the sale. I guarantee you that.
Because all cash goes through the system.
Well, all these cloud-based systems out there, every time you ring in a cash sale, it's being stored somewhere.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, anybody, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Right? You do a cash sale, it's going to go up there.
Yeah.
You get subpoenaed to produce data records,
It's there.
it's there. But,
That's a solution.
so there's a solution to that, right? And the solution is just operate as purely a payments terminal. So basically your cash sales, you can operate just as you're doing today on an old punch cash register. We give you a separate terminal just for payments, or you can use the payments engine terminal and keep cash transactions off the cloud. It's just like a regular cash register works.
Right.
Can you go over some of the tactics that merchants can use to manipulate to get around the system? For example, as opposed to having a fully integrated system, some of the variations or deviations that somebody might use to try and get around being compliant.
There you go.
Non-integrated.
Yeah.
The non-integrated
Or
system, like where it's two separate.
Yeah, as explained, if you're just using a standalone terminal, right? Then that standalone terminal can just operate as a standard payments terminal that sits by itself. They can continue to use their cash register. There's no way around not being EMV. There's just two systems, right? There's the cash register.
Yeah.
So when I was selling, I would walk into a store. The first thing I would do is look at what they're using today. If they're using a PC with a swipe card, I know they're the candidate for the full-blown integrated POS system because they're already using it. If I see an old SAM 40 cash register there, from 1980, I know that they're probably not going to want to switch. They're just going to want the payments updated to EMV. Both of them are targets. So we have a version that just what we call a free terminal upgrade program, right? Our free terminal upgrade program provides the same equipment, but it doesn't do any cash sales. It just replaces the current payment system with an EMV payment system and a PIN pad. For us, it's exactly the same equipment. But we're not telling them switch that old cash register. Maybe down the road we will. Up front, we're saying, just keep it. We'll put this little machine on the counter with this new EMV pin pad. And it does some other things you can use it for, like time and attendance, if you want to do clock in and clock out, track employees' hours. Like, it does all that kind of stuff too. But if you don't want to change your cash, you can
That's okay, 'cause I will.
You can probably, yeah.
I'll show the screen with
you can use the system. For those people that have an old POS type of system, or using an iPad or some kind of POS system like that, where they're swiping the cards, you can switch them to a full POS tab. The price for us is exactly the same, right? We're not, it's the same price, right? So those people are already paying for, those people are already paying for internet payment services. No matter who they are, they're paying somebody for those services. Convert them to us at the same rate they're paying today, and they'll be EMV compliant. Done.
And they'll know who to call.
And they know who to call. And our inside sales team, which are our POS technical experts, down the road will contact them and say, hey, we want to upgrade to the, we can just turn you on and you can use it for the full POS. If not, no problem, just use the PIN pad. So it gives them the ability to sell additional services to them later. So that's.
Before you leave that topic, we talked a little bit about the restaurants, but we didn't touch on, we do have the ability to do the menu screens and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Order taking, can you kind of cover a little bit
Yeah,
of that
so
stuff?
we
Not the table,
yeah.
but the screen